Still hiking into Upper Lynx Creek here. This beautiful bedrock. Unfortunately, the drone is still up in the tree. I might leave, if I have pen and paper, I might leave a note next to the tree. If it comes down, there's a reward if it falls out of the tree in a windy day. But I tried working the propeller blades and got it to move a little bit, but not enough to make it fall. I've tried throwing my pick at it and everything, and almost lost the pick in the tree as well. But anyway, guys, look at this beautiful bedrock. The smoothed out channel where that water came rushing into this deep hole down here. Beautiful. Imagine the nuggets the old timers found down in that hole. But it's a nice cool day up in the Arizona mountains. All right, let's go find some gold. This area here, start digging a hole with all the rocky area. Use this water area to pan in. Came up here out of the creek about 20 feet. Look at that, somebody's been really, must have found some good gold. They've been really channeling up into there on that old bedrock up in there. Hate to have that fall on my head. A couple little oaks above it. Wow. I don't know, guys. Gold is about $2,000 an ounce. If it gets much higher, hope we don't get kicked out of places like this. Be a lot of people up in these hills digging holes everywhere. But it's a bad thing if you fill them in. Well, let's get started. I'll probably take my shovel and dig out a little panning hole there. And all right. Yes, we're using only a 1/2-inch classifier because there's been just upstream of here a 3/4 ounce gold nugget found a couple years back. It's actually a girl that, let's see. So what I did was I rolled those two big rocks, those little boulders, out of the way, and there was 3 of them. 1, 2, 3 boulders. I'm going to kind of leave that one there and use it for leverage for the shovel, like this, to really get in there and have something to pry against and really get down in there. So let's get a couple pans done, see what we get. Gotta love these Garrett Super Sleece gold pans. Oh, a lot of black sand showing up already. I haven't even gotten that deep down in the wash yet, or the creek. Pure black sand. Well, absolutely nothing in the first pan. Well, let's go deeper. Well, still bummed about the drone, but did 6 pans and only found tiny little dots, so I was walking back to another location where someone left a hole open down here. I was kind of digging into the bottom of it a little bit. But I noticed this crevice walking by. I want to go ahead and clean this out. This rock here is jammed in there really, really tight. So is that one. So we'll get this panned out and see what we get. came to this spot here, and someone had already done all this work, clearing all this material out of here. You can see where the creek was originally. And I've got a panning hole right next to it. So do a few pans of here. About 15 years ago, I was in Lynx Creek here, and a couple was digging and left a hole like this. The very next pan and shovel where they had left off, I did a pan and got a 1/2 gram pan. It was like 3 pickers in one pan and some flakes. All right, let's check this out. And okay, so there wasn't, as you notice, as I'm backfilling this hole, someone left panning into it with the tailings. And by the way, that crevice I cleaned out had nothing in it, just lots of heavies and black sand, but it was a decent pan. Nice, decent flake right there. And there's about 5 or 6 little dots in there with it. There's one in the middle of the screen there. That's a nice flake. Beautiful Lynx Creek gold right there. All right. We're going to keep digging here. I had a feeling that was going to be a better pan. Really mucky, thick, gooey stuff. And then a lot of heavies. It was like 70% black sand in that pan. Try to widen this up a little bit. All right, the second pan of the hole. Another nice pan. A few nice pieces right there. Nice coarse little pieces. And there was a couple others down in here throughout the black sand here. All right, the hole's getting deeper over there, and you never know who you're going to run into out in the middle of the forest. This guy was an ex-professional baseball player. Who did you play for?
California Angels, Seattle Mariners.
Like when? Back in the 80s or?
70s.
The 70s?
80 was my last year.
What's your last name?
Wheelock.
Wheelock. You never know who you're going to run into out here. But he came out here to get some dirt buckets to take home, and had thrown rocks at the drone and knocked it right out of the tree. Were you a pitcher?
I was a pitcher.
That's never going to happen again. You know, we got something stuck in a tree and a professional pitcher shows up. Unbelievable. But there's the hole over here. I'm in this really gooey layer. See, if you just get out and explore, you can find cool stuff, meet interesting people. Right on. Thank you.
I needed something to keep me active, you know?
Well, guys, I went down and look at this flake here. That's a nice piece. That's a really nice, good-sized flake.
That is nice.
Hope there's some more next to it. All right, it's getting better. How deep I'm getting here. The original creek was up there, and I'm almost to the top of the shovel. And it's hard to see, and I'm trying to use my hand. It's all gooey and clay down in there and stuff, but I mean, that's deep. But what I used to do, when I used to do panning a lot, I used to get a little siphoning pump from like Harbor Freight or something, and suck the water out while I'm digging, so I can really get in there and see what's going on. But it keeps filling back in. But look how deep that is. All right, a nice piece we got the last pan. Let's see what we got in here. A lot of clay and stuff to break up. I am turning into the goo monster. Check this one out. Got another one.
Get another one?
Yeah. Probably see it from there.
Oh yeah. Nice. Yeah, another little bigger flake by it.
Can't get it to focus because my hands are wet. I have to tap the middle of the screen to get it to.
It went way down. It went down there. Yeah, right.
There's another piece in that pan right there. Another one up there. Getting some better pans. It's just the digging is getting harder and harder too. You're right, I'd have a lot easier time if I used a smaller classifier. Getting a lot of big rocks in here.
Yeah, I think those flakes would go through that classifier.
Yeah. It's just, what if there's a 1/4 ouncer down there? I'm going to end up tossing it in the tailings there. Another good pan, guys. So sometimes what I'll do here too is use my pan, get rid of some of the water in the hole, or a bucket. Oh, it's coming right back into it. You see the clay layers and stuff in there. Look at that. Good stuff. So that's a good idea for a professional retired pitcher. Drone service. You know, getting drones out of trees for people. Can I call you if my cat or my drone needs to get out of the... That's right. Appreciate that. Alrighty, guys. Whew. So we got that hole punched down in there pretty good. And I'll slide a couple of these big rocks down in there. Let's see how we did. Everything's covered in mud, mud, mud. I don't even think I could bring these pants inside the house. Or the shoes. But it was well worth it. We had a nice day on beautiful Lynx Creek up in the Arizona mountains. Beautiful, beautiful day. And we're taking the drone home. I honestly didn't think I was going to get to take it home. One of the propellers got bent, but I've got extra propellers for it, so I can put it on there. But I did have a... I was trying to throw my pick, throw rocks at it, and I've come within inches of it, and it was driving me nuts. I had one thought of trying to shoot the branch, but there's a house right next to where the dang tree is, so... let's see how we did today. Not, you know, a couple hours panning. Just with a pan, no sluice box, no anything. I think we did all right. Nice gold in there. A couple nice big pieces too. A lot of little finds in there, and nice Lynx Creek gold. And that one's got some depth to it. That other one there. So, not bad for just a pan. A couple hours on Lynx Creek. Here's the drone. And here's the tree it was in. That's where the two trees come together. Right there, the two split off, the front one. It was way up there, almost probably 35 foot up off that branch, 35, 40 feet. And I was getting close with rocks and things and my pick, and I just could not get it. And I can only imagine the people, there's a house right here, out on their porch having coffee early this morning, and some crazy guy throwing stuff in the tree saying lots of colorful words. Over there howling.
Normally I would be in auto too.
Really? And that's not hot ground that's around it. It's picking up. It's picking up that little piece.
Yeah, let's get it out. You see
Oh
that
my
little thing?
gosh.
We need tweezers.
Yeah, it's tiny.
It's right there.
Wow. A little slither of gold. Dang.
So, let's see.
You know, if you guys are into metal detecting for gold nuggets,
That's not hot ground. That was a nugget. Or
Mike here from Hunting for Arizona Gold.
no. Metal detecting for Arizona gold.
Metal detecting for Arizona Gold is a must-have in your subscriptions. Hey, look at this piece he just found.
You put it in the scoop.
Dang. I've never found a piece that small detecting. That's just a tiny little fragment. Good job. I got a cool package from a guy, Steve Young in Missouri. He's been a good subscriber for a while. He's also a Patreon member. He also sent us this cool stuff. I've been seeing these on detecting channels, and it's really cool. It has a drop zone for the nugget to get closer to the coil. Some little riffles built in, and this is really neat. I went out yesterday with this. Kind of neat. You don't have to carry it around. You just leap it right to your belt. He also sent some stuff from an old yard in Missouri. Man, thank you so much, Steve. Old skeleton key lock ornate thing. Boy Scout, an old one. Old Boy Scout handkerchief, and oh, that's aluminum or silver. Thimble, old one. Really old makeup, or I'm sorry, like a lipstick case there. Neat. A couple old wheat pennies. I think one's the 50s, one's the 20s. A buffalo nickel, and a mercury silver dime. That silver dime says 1943. Really nice. And then the buffalo nickel, I can't really get a date off it, but still really neat. Thanks, Steve. Steve Young from Missouri. I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this.